Hey there, watchers. Please hit the subscription button. Here to talk to you about Jumanji. Jumanji, a huge hit in the theater. Big surprise to me. I thought Jumanji was going to be an absolute disaster. I had absolutely no interest in it and absolutely no plan to see it. However, I did end up seeing it, and it did end up being a big hit at the movies, which is why I went to see it, so I can drop in here today and talk to you guys with a spoiler-free review. First things first, for all my male watchers, holy cow, the women are beautiful in this movie. Madison Iseman as Bethany is drop dead, perfect 10, gorgeous blonde. And Karen Gillan, did I say her name right? Gillan? I hope I did. Ruby Roundhouse, absolutely gorgeous also. And holy cow, is she funny. Sorry for not fitting in the original actor for the short guy to my left or right, wherever he is. Where is he? I'm looking at an inverted view of myself. He's there, but doesn't fit. There he is. That guy right there doesn't fit. My apologies to him. So back to where we were. Very, 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 very funny movie. The Rock is his usual sweet and funny self, and I do know a lot of The Rock's family in person. I've spent time with them many years ago as a professional wrestler myself, and I can tell you that his family is full of very sweet people, and he is very much the real deal. I don't know him personally, but I know many members of his family, and all of them share the same traits as being very kind and sweet people. And I think that's why he works so well in a show business, because that giant huggable teddy bear that kind of comes across when you look at him, and he gives his little wink and his little smile and his little smolder, and he just really controls the audience so well. It's because it's very authentic. He's a good person. I'm certain of that, and I've never heard anything otherwise. So The Rock wins again. Dwayne Johnson really does a great job in this movie for who he is. And they all do a great job because they're playing different characters. The movie's a little long. I was disappointed that I had to sit through it for 2 hours. And then for the first 20 minutes of the movie, I was just busy looking at the absolutely stunning Madison. So I didn't mind, but I was wondering, why do we need these first 20 minutes? Can we shave these first 20 minutes off? Then I realized about halfway through the movie how important those first 20 minutes were. Those young actors and actresses you see above, I don't have their names up, I'm very sorry. I think Alex Wolff is the one The Rock plays. But they did such a great job in those first 20 minutes because we had to understand who they were, what their characters are, and what they're like in order to enjoy the rest of the movie and in order for the main cast's jokes to be funny at all. In other words, The Rock's playing that little nerdy kid above him, and Karen, Ruby Roundhouse, is playing the little nerdy redhead above her. If those two didn't get that across, what they're like in real life, what their real personalities were, The Rock and Karen's characters wouldn't be funny. That said, if they weren't so good at acting like somebody else, it wouldn't either. So they really pulled off an amazing job, and I have to bring that to, what is it, Professor Sheldon? Or Shelley? The name's being cut off on my paper. It is Shelley, right? Shelley Oberon. That's Jack Black's character playing Shelley, the beautiful blonde I've mentioned about 10 times already. Here is a short, overweight, middle-aged man, as described in the movie, having to play a beautiful, young, self-absorbed blonde. And the thing is, you have to believe it. Like, you have to immerse into the story and the character and believe it's really her in his body. And he pulls it off spectacularly. Really made me laugh a lot. Never considered myself a Jack Black fan. And that might be holdover from like older stuff way back in like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Or maybe it's I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't know. Maybe it's holdover from that. Because I really liked him a lot in Goosebumps, which surprised me. I absolutely loved the movie Goosebumps. I thought he was great in it. And he's great in this as well. So consider me a convert, I guess, at this point. Next to him, Kevin Hart, not a fan. I don't like the rambling comic type, the Shrek donkey type comedy. It gets on my nerves. The actor just can't stop talking. They just blah with their humor. But he's on point in this movie. It's very funny. Him and The Rock play together very well, and everything just really works out. I guess Alex is Nick Jonas. He's okay. It's a small role, but pivotal to the storyline. Worked out as well. That brings me to, let's see. Oh, who else is in this movie? Missy Pyle, Coach Webb, has a small role. She is one of the aliens from one of my all-time favorite movies, Galaxy Quest. Nice deception. Hilarious. She's beautiful, too. So, fun cast in this movie. Everybody really pulled it together. And it's just a fun ride. There's a lot of action, a lot of humor, a lot of comedy. I feel like they could have shaved some of the action off and shortened the runtime just a bit. But the movie does cost the same. Whether you get 121 minutes, or I believe 119 minutes in this movie's case, or 92 minutes, you pay the same. So I'm not one to terribly complain about a longer runtime, because you do pay the same. So I guess you're getting more for your money, as long as it's not filler and fluff and junk, which this movie definitely is not. The ending, I will not talk about it. The ending was a letdown. They went somewhere I wish they didn't, because it opens up way too much conversation and way too much ability to pull it apart and just find out why it doesn't work and how it doesn't make sense and all the things that should have been different. So I didn't care for the ending, and I had a really good idea of where that ending could have gone differently than where it did go. Oh, I'm back. So I think they botched the ending. They had an opportunity for an ending that made a lot of sense, which they didn't go for. I'd talk about it, but this is a spoiler-free review, so I can't give the ending idea I had, and I can't really touch on the ending that they did, but I didn't like it. I thought it was wrong and incorrect, and it wouldn't have worked out that way in reality. But it doesn't matter. It's an action comedy. It's not Gone with the Wind. I don't really care how bad the ending is, and it's not bad. It's actually a very sweet ending. It's just, to me, it's not correct. It wouldn't have worked the way they're trying to tell us it did. It's irrelevant because the movie's a comedy, and if it made you laugh and hoot and holler and giggle and have a good time at the theater, it's done its job, and that's all that matters ultimately. So they did that very much. Jumanji is a very, very safe bet for anybody who likes to laugh, anybody who likes to watch movies with pretty girls in it, anybody who's a fan of The Rock, Jonas, or any of these other characters. They are all serviced very well. They complement each other very well. And I wouldn't mind a sequel. I had a great time, and I really think you will too. I'm going to put this on a strongly consider, very close to a must watch. Very close. Very close. Heck, I'm going to give it a must watch. It's pretty darn awesome. Catch you later. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and all that good stuff. Till next time. Bye.